This is Taryn Knoll with Twisted Mesquite Performance Horses. We are on a mission to create a world-class 2-year-old program that specializes in the Rein Cow horse. Today we're doing a video with Copper. This is his 8th week in our program. We're going to go over what we've worked on so far this week, some of the highlights, and kind of just an overview of where he is and what we've been working on. So this week we've spent a lot of time more of these with him. Kind of a focus point with him has been helping him travel out. He's got some muscle to build up to help him kind of get stronger and bigger. Him and bringing him through our feed program and the different types of exercises we work on is going to help him put that strength on, put that muscle tone together, and help him be able to put his body where he needs to put it. This exercise we've been working on, it's called the clover leaf exercise. This, you can do it at a walk, trot, or a lope. But basically, we have this pin kind of broke up in 4 different quadrants, really. The goal is to turn this horse loose, him travel in a straight line, and then be able to, follow his nose and get back on that straight line, going back to this far corner. If he gets off of it, we'll put him back to it. This horse gets distracted pretty easily. Kind of forgets what he's doing. And so, it takes a lot of reminding him and then, making it a bit more uncomfortable for him to do the wrong thing. This exercise is good for getting a horse to quit leaning all over the place. And so, say we just like we'll do here in a minute, we'll come down to a corner. We want him going all the way around this corner, and then we steer him around. I want him to stay on the straight line. If he leans, so he's leaning to this left here, I'm going to take him to the right, and I'm going to take him the opposite direction of where he wants to go. Because I want this horse paying attention, listening to me, not just traveling wherever he wants to go. I want him kind of going in the direction that I put him in, staying at the gate I put him in. I want him to keep on that path until I take him off of it. Just gets these young horses thinking more about us as they're progressing through what we've taught them. With him, I've kind of sped his feet up a little bit where we would travel a bit more, put some more life into his feet, more so where he just think it keeps him a little straighter. He's not hesitating as much or kind of wobbling around as much. Kind of helps him travel. So ideally, what we're looking for is for him to travel this line straight. So we look at where we're going. We want him traveling straight. I would have gone that way, but our daughter's sitting in the way, but I still wanted to. He was leaning real bad to this right, so I still took him to the left and just brought him back around. But I want to have this horse go straight. Stay at this lope here. Follow his nose. Come down here straight. And I want him to wait on me until I get down to the end and I tell him which direction we're going to go. I want to be able to work on this. Work all 4 corners, all 4 circles, go in the same direction without him leaning the opposite way or leaning too much. I want him to just pay attention to what I'm wanting him to do. You know, when he does that, then I'll take him and rest him in the middle there, and then we'll go the other direction. It's a little off just with, we're doing it a little different just for the video's sake. But see, he was leaning to that right side right there, so I took him back to the left here. You're gonna, the more you do this, you change directions when they lean. You want to change that direction and do it the opposite way. So the more you do this, the more you're going to get this horse just waiting on you. He's going to take that direction. He's not going to lean either way. He's not going to make the decision of where he's going to go before you tell him. And it just gets his colt paying attention to us a little bit more. When we have this horse outside or whatever we're doing, I want this horse paying attention to me, not just wandering around, traveling all over. Doing whatever he feels like he wants to do. So this is a great exercise for him. As I said, he gets distracted. Starts paying attention over here and wandering over here. See, he leaned to that right side, so I took him back to this left. We're going to take him for a while. We're going to take him the opposite of whatever direction he's wanting to go. And we're just going to keep doing that until we work our way all the way around the circle, all the way around the arena, without him leaning. And then we'll do it ideally in that other lead, going that other direction. But see, I put him on this straight line. I just want him loping straight. Don't want him thinking, start weaving off this other way. Again, he started leaning that other way, so we took him back this way. If he gets off this fence line, I'll take him back to it. He's getting a lot better. If he kind of doesn't take my direction right there, I'm going to make it a little more uncomfortable. When I ask for this direction, pick up on this rein, so say I'm going to go left, pick up on this rein, and I'm going to push him over with my right leg. And if he really starts leaning he's not taking that direction, I'll be a little harder on him with my leg, making him just pushing him over that direction, because I want him to guide off of my hands, not sit there and avoid him or sit there and ignore him. So I pick up, I want him following his nose. He did better there. Lean to this right again. Put him back on it and take him this other way. And I'll pick up on the rein, take my feet off, wait till he gets soft, and give his head back to him. This horse is going to have a nice little stop on him. He's figured out pretty quick what it means for me to take my feet off of him. And so we'll be able to teach him, kind of build this stop, and it'll help a lot better. I mean, it'll just continue progressing and getting better all the time. As I'm sitting right here, ideally, imagine this arena cut up in four different corners. I have a square here, square there, square here, square there. I want to be able to lope this horse around, come around this corner, him go deep into this corner, come here, him take my guidance and lope back down this corner or down the middle, straight down here to the end without leaning either direction, and take my direction. Then we're going to go and we're going to keep going all the way around to the right, then come here, do the same thing here to the middle here, go all the way back here to this corner and keep going. And ideally I want to do that without this horse leaning one way or the other. I want him to take my direction when we get down here to the end, and I want to continue working my way all the way around this pattern, all the way around all four corners. And what that does, that horse it produces a horse that gets some good cadence in his feet when he's loping around. He's paying attention to me. He's looking, he's thinking about what I'm wanting him to do, waiting for my guidance. I guide him around that corner and I put him back on that straight line, and he goes back on that straight line until I tell him to do the next thing. And it's good to get these horses paying attention to us that much, because then we can go back, and we can always go back if we're going to work cows on this horse, or we're going to do something else. Like, we can get this horse paying more attention to the job or the thing at hand. But if we can train this horse to where he has to understand and think about what it means to pay attention to us, we're going to get this horse a lot more broke. And this horse, we're going to be able to guide this horse and put this horse where we need him, depending on whatever job we're needing him to do. Whatever job that is, this horse is going to be paying attention to us rather than doing his own thing, wandering off, potentially running off, or doing other just silly things, because that horse's mind is not with us. But what we're doing here, this is a good exercise. It gets their body broke loose. It gets gets them traveling, following their nose, but it gets their mind paying attention to us. And so, as I said, ideally we'll do that, and then we do that going both directions, and that's the ultimate goal with that exercise. And so, you've seen us work on those bending transitions. We did some of that with him this week, just reminding him of it, getting him following his nose more and better, just getting him soft in our hands, following his nose around this this corner, this circle, staying between our feet. Helping him shift his weight where he needs to in order to get round with here, get soft to us. And then, we started this backup. He's been a quick study with that. How we, so last week we started this vertical flexion and then added our stop. And then now we're working on this backup. So we pick him up, put our feet on him, shift our weight. I want my hands being soft, given to him when he gets soft. And my feet are grabbing his belly, or kind of pushing him. My feet are on him and encouraging him to take steps backwards. My feet are driving the motion, and my hands are just simply stopping him and guiding him. You got a little confused right there, that's all right. Get a few steps. I want good cadence in his feet, and I want him soft in my hands right there. And I'll let him out of it and make sure he's soft. So here, probably at some point next week, in order to just keep progressing this stop and progressing this backup, he's doing really well at it. He'll stop pretty well at the walk and a trot, and you saw at the lope as well. But we'll add this backup into it, and so every time from here on out that we stop him, we're going to get a couple steps back. That just gets this horse thinking about when he drives up into that stop, he's thinking about coming back. And so that's just going to help that stop. It's going to progress it, and rather than him stopping and hitting his front end and kind of just dying off and hitting that front end, he's going to think about having that power in his hind end and putting some motion into his feet and getting back. So overall, I'm pleased with how he's progressed this week. He's done pretty well at that loping exercise, and then it seems like a lot of these things that we teach him, a lot of these other body movements, and he picks those things up pretty quickly. As I said, he picked up this backup. He's doing real well with it. He's right there. He's even just thinking about backing up. So, overall, I'm pleased with him. He's doing well. We'll keep progressing him, and guess that'll be our video. So I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next one.